Stinishedit is recorded on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and to any First Nations people listening.
We acknowledge the long history of storytelling undertaken on this land.
Welcome back to Stinishedit, the podcast where we review the things we've started, finished, and what we're looking forward to. My name is Reuben, and I've just finished the Oscars. With me as always.
Oh, it's Jett. I haven't finished the Oscars.
I hosted the whole Oscars and now I'm here. I'm exhausted.
Oh my God.
I know. I had to do them via Zoom. Who won what?
I thought they were done with doing by Zoom.
Well, I thought that too, but they really wanted me to present them. So I was like, fine, I can host. Who am I kicking out? And they were like, Jimmy Kimmel. And I was like, that's worth it.
They wouldn't fly you out. It's the Oscars.
No, they're real stingy. You'd be surprised.
What do you mean?
The little food that they give everyone beforehand, they just skipped it this year. They're like, nah, the host isn't here. No one gets food.
They paint everything in gold.
Yeah, they paint everything in gold. They don't make it out of gold.
They don't. The statues aren't made out of gold?
Nah.
Those should be made out of gold.
Those should be made out of gold.
They're golden.
That would make things way more interesting.
I feel like awards that are golden should be made out of gold. Okay, that's stupid.
Should awards that are bronze be made out of bronze?
Yes.
Should awards that are wooden spoons be wooden spoons?
What awards are wooden spoons?
You know, when someone comes last, sometimes they call it the wooden spoon.
No, I didn't know that.
No?
Maybe it's a MasterChef award?
Maybe.
Get a golden spoon if you win, a wooden spoon if you lose. If you come smack bang in the middle, get a fork.
A fork?
Yeah.
Just a regular fork?
Yeah, it's
Metal fork?
spork, actually.
Oh, well, that's more useful.
Yeah.
That's more useful than a spoon.
No.
Yeah, because you can stab
Sporks
things
are
with
bad. Sporks are evil.
But if you can only have one utensil.
I would have, if I
Still
could
a
only
spoon.
have one utensil, it would probably be a spoon, I guess.
It would have to be a spoon. Well, although soup you can just like drink straight from the bowl.
So maybe it would be a fork.
Wouldn't it just be a knife at that point?
No, because you can't eat off a knife.
Sure you can. Just use the backside.
It's a sharp, if you're going to have one utensil, then it's going to be the pinnacle of that thing. So you're going to get a very sharp knife if you get a knife.
I feel like it's going to be a compromise candidate, like a blunt knife, for example.
Well, then you might as well have a spork.
No, that would be silly, because sporks are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically blunt. They're blunt
They're
forks
certainly
and
not
blunt
sharp.
spoons. Like they
It's just that
inhibit.
the spoon bit isn't wide enough. If they fix that, it would be fine. Because you really only do need the ends of a fork most of the time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If you need most of a fork, that's a function that can also be served by a spoon. If you need to stab something, you only need the ends of the fork.
This
Or a
morning,
knife, so I return to knife.
This morning I had breakfast. And
Yeah.
that breakfast
Well done.
was toast, thank you.
Yep.
Was
Okay.
avocado, was
Okay.
tomato, was eggs, was tofu, was cheese. All stacked up
Okay,
upon
so
each other.
spatula is what I'm feeling the need for here.
No, but when I was eating it,
Yeah.
I had to plunge that fork all the way down to skewer it to make
Okay.
sure that none of it would slide away as I was
Okay, it's a good point. But if the only
munching
utensil
down.
you had was a blunt knife, then you could just put second toast on top, and you've actually made a breakfast burger.
It would be why would I need a blunt knife?
Well, you wouldn't
for
need a
that?
blunt knife, but I'm saying if you didn't have a fork available,
So
to
why
stab
wouldn't I
all the way
take a
through-
fork?
Because you decided you needed a blunt knife.
I don't need a blunt knife.
Oh.
Stop trying to give away you fucking blunt knife salesman coming to my door.
Oh. But I blunted it this morning.
No, I don't want your blunt knife.
Specifically.
No.
All right, I'll try the next door
Try the
down.
next door, thank you. Get away from me.
This knife was sharp. I could stab you with it.
Oh my God.
I blunted it this morning.
What did you, who bluntens a knife?
Me, I did it this morning.
With what?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I feel like you can't intentionally blunten a knife. Like you slap it against a stone?
Yeah.
It's more sharp.
I once had to artificially bash up a backpack, make it look worn and used
How'd you do that?
with a knife.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't use
And dirt and rocks and grass and stuff.
Yeah.
But what it really, because initially it was a new backpack, and then I smushed it around in a bunch of different types
You
of
bought a
brown.
new backpack just to make it look old, and you're as bad as Kanye West.
What did Kanye do?
Oh no, just his whole Yeezus fashion line. A lot of it, it's
sure.
big baggy stuff, sometimes with holes. Very, very poor culture.
Oh, sure.
You know? That's what you're doing. You bought a new backpack just to beat it up, to make it look like shit. What,
Yeah.
did you walk to school the next day and you're like, hey guys, I'm just like you. I have shitty stuff as well.
No, this was last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
Went to
but you weren't expecting
university,
that one.
and you were like, "Hey guys,
Hey, guys.
I'm from the rural Victoria.
Yeah.
Feel pity for me and my bashed up backpack." How'd I bash it up? I tied it to the back of my Ford F-150 and just drove. Just tied it to the tow bar.
Just tie it up with wire. Should be right.
Drive up a dirt road. That's how I would dirty up a backpack.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I should have thought of that. I did use asphalt at one point as one of the grounds that I smushed it into, one of the surfaces. But what it really needed was like scratches, because I could make it look really dirty, but then it just looked like a new bag that was dirty. Like I had to make it look old. It was kind of hard. So I was crushing it, like grinding it out with rocks, and a butter knife in the end was the solution.
You didn't think to maybe go to an op shop and find an old backpack?
That had been well and truly exhausted, that option.
What do you mean by exhausted? You tried it?
Yeah.
Or you thought about it and you're like,
And I was too exhausted.
Yeah. No, instead,
Now we tried it.
I'll go to the park and we tried it?
Yeah.
This is multiple people?
Yeah.
What was this backpack for?
Well, it's for a film shoot, so it had a lot of specific requirements. Like, it couldn't have any branding on it at all. That was the tricky one with a lot of the op shop bags.
That's fine. Just rip off the branding.
Harder than you think.
What do you mean? Get a JanSport bag and rip off the JanSport. You just take a butter knife to it and pry it off. I don't see what the issue is.
It's quite hard. The zips were the real problem. Like, making zips look old takes time.
Does it?
Hard to fake. Yeah.
Once again,
Got there in the end.
tie it to the back of a car and drive.
Yeah, I should have thought of that one.
It's so easy. You need to make sure you don't lose it because it could fall off. But that's the way I'd do it. Anyways,
Great.
hindsight is 2020.
Sure is.
But foresight is 2020 when you're me.
Is it?
So you should have just asked me what I thought at the time. And
I should
given
have.
you the
I should have
answer.
done that. You were probably asleep at the time.
When were you destroying a bag?
You're in America.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
enjoying slowly meeting out the details of this story in the most surprising way possible. Because if I just said what happened, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But instead, I'm just peppering them in one by one.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
It's good fun.
Yeah, I've been doing some of my own DIYing lately.
You have.
I am very sweaty at the moment. It is warm, and I have been. Some people, they're like, well, it's warm outside. I'm gonna hunker in. I'm gonna turn the aircon on. I'm gonna relax. No, I'm scraping away at blocks of wood in the downstairs of our apartment building with the sun beaming in and the hot wind washing over my face. That's what I've been doing.
It's not that sunny, but it is warm.
Yeah, it's like 40 degrees.
Sure. Whatever you reckon.
What do you mean whatever I reckon?
It's
It
like
is.
32.
It's not. Check
I bet
the
it's not
weather.
a degree over 34.
I bet you it is.
Okay. Shit.
What is it?
35.
Oh, I thank you. Anyways, I don't know why I was bringing that up for. I'm just.
I think you're just complaining.
I think
you just
complaining.
want to complain on the biggest platform possible.
I want to set the expectations.
Oh, yeah.
of this podcast. To let
After
everyone-
last week, which quite frankly, we nailed.
I think so, personally.
You know what's nice about this week?
What?
Just doing a new podcast that we haven't already done before, which is
my
what we've
gosh.
had to do for the last two.
But that's yeah. I don't know. I'm exhausted. So maybe we should redo this one as well.
But maybe we shouldn't, they said mid-yawn. That's why there was that pause there.
All right, fine, whatever. So should we kick off the podcast?
Yeah.
What if we did something different for the podcast?
Oh my God, this again?
No, I just thought about it.
So I was reading Rick Rubin's book, which I talked about on the podcast
No
before.
fucking way.
And I reached the start of a chapter that just said, try everything. So, of course, the first thing I did was take a photo of it. Or were you in the room at the time?
No, you sent a photo.
I took
to
a
me.
photo of it and I sent it to
I
my
was one
podcast
room
co-host, who was one room over. And I said, look, I think we're onto something here. I think we might be onto something.
All right, what would you like
Now
to
try everything error.
would
So,
yeah.
what have you got for
No,
our
well-
try everything error?
No. My brain's too exhausted from hitting wood with chains.
You know what's good for the brain?
What?
Alcohol, famously. You got a drink this week? Sorry, that's not going to cut it. I have to say the full name of the section, which is hey. You got a drink this week?
Didn't you just say that?
No, I said it wrong.
Fine. Yes, I have a drink. Look at my drink.
I'm looking at it.
Read it.
A bunch of lines fresh. There's a big blue water droplet on it.
Yeah, that is the only English on the front of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it also says since 1924. I brought some
Since
soap.
what?
1924.
Give that here.
What?
It's not that I don't believe you, understand. It's just that there's no more, it's all not in English on the back. This is fun. Where did you find this?
At a restaurant.
Huh, fun. Does say since 1924, and there's a frog.
Yeah.
All right, take it.
It's soju. It's soju.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a Korean alcoholic beverage. If you don't know, I had it last night with dinner because I got Korean, and now there's a bit left because soju is very potent. I believe it is maybe 16.5%.
Wow.
Because there are only a couple of, there's a bunch of percentages on the back of this. The first 9 of them all say 0%, and then the next percentage says 16.5. So I assume that it's the 16.5 is the alcoholic amount. Anyways, do you want me to taste it and tell you what I?
Please.
All right. Yeah, it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Did it taste better yesterday?
No.
Oh, were you expecting it to taste better today?
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing with soju, or my experience with soju. It tastes pretty all right when you first have it, and then the more you drink it, the worse it tastes. It gets actively worse. You drink it, you're like, wow, that's pretty potent, but like not too bad, and I can taste like a fruity flavor or whatever.
There's a lot of foods like this.
Yeah.
Whiz Fizz comes to mind.
Whiz Fizz does have that effect. But this, yeah, it's not great. Like right then, me drinking it, it wasn't terrible, but I am very conscious of the fact that a few more sips in, I will start feeling like I am drinking bleach.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So what's the thing that we're trying?
I don't know. You said, what if we did something different? Oh, is that your idea?
Yeah.
What if we did something different?
Yeah.
Well, you could do a started it and a finished it, and I could just sit here and listen.
That sounds like a lot of work on my part.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's all right through my scheme.
Yeah.
Do you think I would make a good bank robber? Or do you think my schemes would be translucent?
Physically? Like, are you doing them on translucent paper?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, your schemes will be literally translucent.
Sure, but will they be good?
Will they be good schemes? Do I think you could rob a bank?
Do you think I could rob a bank? If the answer is yes, don't answer. Blink twice if the answer is yes.
Do I think you could rob a bank? Do you have a team?
Of course.
Of course? Okay. Yeah. Who's part of the team?
My plan's translucent. I couldn't possibly tell you. You can't see it.
Isn't translucent see-through? Because what I'm imagining, right, is you standing outside of a bank with your scheme in hand. It's on paper. You're reading it, just prepping, ready to go. Except the paper's translucent and the scheme isn't. So it's just like people,
so it's just floating in midair.
Yeah, and other people can. Well, it's like on baker's paper, like a thin baker's paper, so people can see through it. And so it just says like, I'm gonna rob this bank, and everyone can read that.
Well, if that's my plan, I don't think I'm getting very far.
I don't think so either.
What if my plan is a series of complicated maps and plans in a secret language that no one understands? So it's translucent, but it's kind of obtuse, you know?
I don't know. I feel like
opaque is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, the way that I feel like anyone standing outside of a bank with a bunch of I don't know, imaginary languages and some blueprints of buildings and things like that, and maybe a drawing of a bomb won't get very far.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, but
that's the distraction, and my team's actually doing the heist. Yes. It's all part of the plan. You can see it right here.
Yeah, on that translucent paper.
It's floating in the air here. Look, it's me holding a picture of a bomb.
You know what? In all honesty, I think that you could probably rob a bank.
No way.
No, hear me out.
Okay.
I think that you could rob a bank. Getting away with it is a different thing.
Oh, sure.
But I think you could go into a bank, like put the money in the bag.
Sure.
They'd do it.
Yeah.
You'd leave.
Yeah.
And then you'd get caught.
Well, that's their plan these days.
Who's they?
I mean, banks. They obviously try and stop you robbing the bank.
Robbing banks? The bank's plan is robbing banks?
No, the banks.
They walk into other banks and they say, hi, I'm from ANZ. Could you please put the money in the bag? Thank you, NAB.
We're cutting out the middleman.
Yeah. Someone just made a bank transfer from NAB to ANZ, so we come in with a robber's mask on.
It's like 10% customers, 90% just banks asking each other to put the money in the bag.
Remember when it used to take ages to send money between banks?
No.
Oh, really? Like you to wire transfer to be like,
No.
okay, BSB. Okay, well.
How old? When were you born? 1980?
No, it used in like, I don't know, 2014, 2015. It wasn't until like 2018 where we got instant transfers where it wouldn't take like overnight.
I do remember that actually.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You're not that young.
I'm not.
Despite with your wrinkleless face and youthful arms may indicate.
Yes. Don't stop.
No, I will.
Oh shit.
Yeah, back then, every time they made a transfer, the reason why it took about 12 hours, and it give or take 12 to 24 hours, like it wasn't exact, is because they'd have to run to the other bank,
Oh yeah.
grab the money, run back. But now, because it's all digital,
They just send each other like a gun emoji and a bag emoji and then just zip it back right over the airwaves.
it's all cybercrime. They just hack into the opposing bank network and wire it over. And so that happens. You'd think if they could wire it over, then they could just do that legally, but I don't know. The big banks and their big crimes. You know, I always say that the big bank more like big crime.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That's what I always say.
I hear you say it so often.
That's why
I remember it vividly.
That's why I only use trading.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even cash.
Jett is on their trading arc, everyone.
Yeah. What do I trade?
What don't you trade? Should be the question.
Well, I trade with Mark all the time.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
I go to Mark and I say, hey, I need this thing.
But sometimes Mark doesn't have it.
Sometimes Mark doesn't have it.
Sometimes Mark wants something that you don't have. And you can't say, hey, I'll pay you in this imaginary currency that'll let you get the thing that you need. You say, no, that's fine, Mark, you keep it. I'll just go and wait until someone else comes along with the exact thing that I need and I can give you the exact thing that you need.
Yeah.
This sounds practical.
It's way practical because everyone has so much stuff that they're not actively using.
Sure, but that's because most of it has no value.
That's not true.
No one wants my year 6 maths homework.
No, but
I have it, but no one wants it.
Yeah, but you've got more than that.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah. Okay. Just say you're getting sick of taking your clothes to the laundromat.
I am.
To dry them, right?
I am.
It's getting tiring. You're like, fuck it. I need a
There's only one thing more annoying in the world than taking your clothes to the laundromat to dry them.
What's that?
It's drying them at home.
Well, do I have a solution for you?
Do you?
Yeah, you could find someone. What if you found someone who had a dryer? They're like, great, I actually don't need it. I'm moving out, I'm downsizing, whatever. You can have it, but I am a board game enthusiast.
Okay.
And I really want to play this Star Wars fighter ship game that's 2 players. I'm really into Star Wars and board games, would love that. And you say, great, well, I have this one that I bought like a year and a half ago that I was going to play with Jett, but we still haven't played it.
Yeah.
That's not going to use currently. Will it go into use in the future? Probably, hopefully. But in that situation, you're like, yeah, I have something that someone else wants. Not something being invaluable in your eyes doesn't mean that every person's trash is another person's nicer trash. So you can trade that game for a dryer. And now you have a dryer. Because also, you might think, well, a dryer would be great. That is a nice trash to me. To the other person, they're like, this is something that's just taking up space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Trading is good. And you have more than you think is the moral of this story.
But trading with money is good and easier.
However, have you thought about the fact that with money, it is a universal value.
Yeah.
So you aren't getting rid of stuff that you don't really care too much if it's gone. Like you always care if money's gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
With you? Mm-hmm.
But if you get rid of something that you just have because you have it, then you feel like you're winning because you get something you really want and you get rid of something
That's true.
It's fine. But money, you're always like,
But money, I'm always like, I get money?
Yeah. So it feels It's like if you traded $10 for $50.
What am I?
You're giving $10
Yeah.
and you're receiving $50.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I guess talking about like relative value, like here's object A, which means way more to you than it does to me. So if I get rid of it and give it to you,
Yeah,
we both feel like we're winning.
That's what I've been talking about for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks for repeating it back to me.
That's fine.
Trading's good. Do a trade. I did a trade for a couch.
It's true.
I saw a
What did
green
you trade
velvet
for the couch, Jet?
About 80 Australian.
So money.
No, 80 Australians. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I misspoke.
You just grab them off the street?
No, I
Big
have
net?
them. I have them in storage.
Oh, you got more? I could use a few.
Australians.
Yeah, I need someone to do my washing.
No, I'm saving them.
Oh, what for?
Well, I have less.
So
now.
they're just money.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm saving them for something that I want.
Like what?
I don't know. Depends. What have you got?
So I have this Star Wars game.
How many players?
2.
Great.
Be perfect for us.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll trade you half a man.
Done. Do you do change, by the way?
What's the change?
Well, I don't do change, so you're going to have to give me a whole one, and I can't give you change, so
no,
I'll just
no,
have to
no.
owe
I
you
have
half.
the parts.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
great. Well, that's fine then. Wait, which parts? Depends which ones.
Well, I'll give you half by weight.
Okay. This is a way to get my extra thumbs.
No.
Yes.
I was going to give them to you blended.
Oh, that's no use to me. Deal's off.
Ah,
Come back with cold hard cash.
All right.
Or a dryer.
Or a cold hard body, but as long as it has thumbs.
Yeah.
What do we do on this show besides talking about thumbs and...
Oh, we take 15 minutes to get to our first good joke that works and holds together. But boy, when we get there, we move on immediately and we talk about something that we've started and something that we've finished. And then we have the up and up section at the end.
Excellent.
You're up, in case you're wondering, because you look a little puzzled over there.
Yeah, no, it's because I had a thought earlier and I'm trying to remember what it was. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Let me... All right. Don't have to be
If it matters, it'll come back to you.
That's not how brains work.
Unfortunately, it's not how brains work.
Now, the thing that I've started this week is the TV show Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
As foretold, as written, I was trying to do the June joke. As written, isn't it?
That's all I'll give.
That's it.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a spy show.
Fun. I love spies.
Do you?
I love shows.
Ah.
Yeah. So far, 2 from 2.
Do you like Donald Glover?
Yep.
Do you like Donald Sutherland? Domhnall Sutherland.
What? Who?
Domhnall Sutherland. Donald Sutherland.
For some reason, I'm picturing Rupert Grint.
So I'm looking.
Plays Ron Weasley.
I'm looking around, and it looks like I'm looking for my Donald Sutherland.
It does. Well, yeah. You didn't specify. Oh, is he Australian?
No,
You don't have him in the cupboard, do you?
I'm looking for my phone.
Yeah.
But I think my phone's under the cat.
Ah. Oh yes, there it is.
It is. There we go. Don't worry about Donald Sutherland. He's irrelevant. He's not part of the show. Or is he? He's not.
Okay.
Mr. and
So 3 from 3 still. This is great.
It has Donald Glover. And I'm trying to find the co-star at the moment. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Here we go. It's a new show based on this movie that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were in. It was actually the film that got them together. Angelina Jolie, I think, was dating someone else at the time, but then was like, ooh, la la.
Hollywood drama.
Brad Pitt. That's not the one I want. It's showing me the movie. I searched oh, here we go. It stars Donald Glover as Mr. Smith and Maya Erskine
Yep.
as Mrs. Smith, and they are a spy married couple, but they're not married before they become
Wait, they're not?
no.
So it's a fake marriage? A cover story?
Fake marriage.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Their spy role is to be fake married.
Fun.
And do missions together, because apparently people suspect like couples less if you're
I so completely believe it.
yeah, right? Because like if you see one person
Yeah.
just standing there looking around,
You're like,
looking a bit
what are you up
sus.
to?
But if you see 2 people, you're like, they're probably on a very awkward date.
Yeah.
Looking around because they don't want to look at each other in the eyes.
Hmm.
Yeah. What do you know about this?
This is a show. Apparently it's pretty good. Apparently it's a little bit absurdist. There's a guest star every week. People keep talking about all the guest stars. I still have no idea what this show is, though.
Okay.
You know? It's through the decades, maybe? Like Spider-Man Life Story?
It's what?
I don't know. Maybe that's the movie. It takes place over different time, covers a lot of time?
No.
Okay.
It's
Well,
just
you
the
asked
one-
me what I knew about it. That's what I know.
Why did you say Spider-Man?
What?
You said
Spider-Man life story.
What the fuck's that?
It's a comic arc where there's like 6 volumes or something, and everyone's like a different decade and different era of Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah.
This isn't this.
No.
No.
It's like that though?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm 3 episodes in.
Oh, no. You,
And they said I
would
love you
know.
3 episodes in. So I'm like, well, they didn't say, they said I care about you a lot. They're basically together 3 episodes
Yeah.
in. And I'm like, whoa, this has moved fast. Because in episode 1, they didn't know each other.
yeah.
They get put together they get tasked up together by basically Big Brother. It's very interesting. They have we get this intro in the first episode. It's not an intro, it sort of runs through the whole thing. But they each individually are doing like a job interview for this spy role.
Yeah.
For
They're both
company.
already spies.
Well, one of them was Jane Smith. She was a spy for the FBI or CIA. We don't know specifically for a while, but then she got kicked out. And John Smith was part of the Afghanistan war. And by part of it, I mean he controlled the drones and killed like 13,000 people.
Huh.
Yeah. So
A fun protagonist to get behind.
yeah, they're both like not great people.
Yeah, that's a fun starting point.
It is. They both feel bad about their past.
Great.
And as part of this role, they have to not like connect to their past at all. They're
Sure.
like I'm going to be a new person,
Yep.
new name,
Classic.
new marriage. Yeah. So they do this job interview, but it's just like at a computer screen. The computer screen keeps asking them real intimate questions. Like it starts out pretty general, and then it's like, what are your habits in this sense, and what is this like? What sort of people are you attracted to, or what's your relationship with your parents like, and blah blah blah. And it's like going on a date, like a first date with a computer. And what it feels like, because we just get like the shot of them most of the time, just looking at this screen in this empty room. So it feels like a confession scene in like Big Brother or some sort of other reality TV show. Yeah. And I guess through that they get paired up.
Yep.
They both choose high risk as their preferred option because it gets them more money, but
Okay.
the missions are more dangerous. But yeah, as you said, there are fun cameos in each episode. The fun cameo in episode 1. I don't know, there's a couple. There's a Skarsgård at the start as well as Eliza Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
As you might know from Baby Driver.
Yes.
In the second episode, it's what's his fucking he plays the mobster guy in the Batman.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frank Leguizamo?
Yeah, no,
No, he's the Penguin, right?
no.
Okay.
If it was the Penguin, I would have said the Penguin.
Yeah,
The
that's
mobster
that's
guy.
what
The
I
guy who plays
seen it once.
Falcone.
Oh, yeah, him.
He's
No
great.
idea.
Turturro. What's his name?
John?
John Turturro.
Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just thinking about John Leguizamo's first name, but I'm pretty sure it's actually both.
Yeah, I think it
I think
is.
they're both called John.
He's phenomenal.
Great.
He plays a rich guy. But the real crux of this show is the chemistry between the two.
And is it good?
It is very good.
Would it have been better if it was Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Oh, yeah. So Phoebe Waller-Bridge was meant to be starring alongside Donald Glover in this originally and co-creating it. I don't think I've seen any credits for Phoebe in the credits, which I'm like,
Go on.
when did she leave? How much of yeah, this is her. I've been thinking about that, but I really like Maya in the
Great.
role.
Maybe it was the best choice then.
Maybe, but I do miss watching Phoebe stuff. So, but their relationship.
You're sincerely a person who chose not to finish Indiana Jones.
Okay, but in my defense,
Yeah.
it wasn't very good.
Great point.
Thank you.
Fantastic defense. I'm flawed.
Their relationship.
I give up. I quit law. I'm going to live on a mountaintop
Good.
in the woods.
Go live on a mountain.
It's a short mountain. It's like a hill. They only
Okay.
called it a mountain on like a technicality.
Okay.
It's like a bureaucratic thing.
So if anyone confronts you about it,
Yeah.
you have the legal know-how
No,
to confront.
I've left all that behind me.
You've left all
I'll
of
just
it
say, no, you're right. It's basically a hill.
Okay. What if I need legal advice?
Don't come to me.
You're the
I'm on a
only lawyer-
mountaintop. I'm yonks away.
You're the only lawyer I know. I can.
I'm
walk
not a
15
lawyer.
minutes and
Were
then
you not
find
listening?
You were a lawyer.
Well, you beat me in a court of law with like one sentence. So,
If someone has been doing I don't know, a blacksmith ship for 40 years
Yeah.
and you need to blacksmith something,
Yeah.
I would go to that person.
I would go to the person who made a better hammer than them.
Who made a better hammer?
Well, you said in my defense, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was bad, and I had to give up law and move to the woods on the mountains. So I feel like you should be able to answer all these legal questions that you have.
What?
That's how this started. That's where this came from.
Can I?
Nah, just a flat no to whatever you were going to say. Who's the guest in the third episode?
Where would I even go? How would I even go about finding who made a better hammer?
I don't know. Ask Thor.
Thor's hammer is too chunky.
But when it's broken and put back together, it's pretty good.
No, but then it's very fragile. Have you ever broken something and then put it back together? It's way less structurally sound than beforehand.
Yeah.
I broke a mug.
Yeah.
Broke the handle off a mug.
Yes.
Put it back together with
Yes.
super glue.
And it
It's
hasn't
going
come
great.
apart again.
No, it came apart again.
Oh, it came apart again?
Yeah.
Okay, this is news for me. Sorry, I got to adjust.
Yeah.
You give me a few minutes?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure thing. What do you want me
All right,
to
I'm back.
Okay. Can I tell you about the relationship between these characters?
Yes.
Thank you. So these characters, they're a fun married couple. You very much get the sense of their multifaceted personalities.
How long has it been? Like, has it been a week? Has it been a year? Like, you're 3 episodes in. How long has it been?
It's been 3 episodes worth of time.
Well, what is that?
Like a couple weeks.
Okay,
Like
well,
they're
none
on
of us
their
have watched
third
the show, so
No.
maybe they're on like a years-long deep infiltration.
But it seems like you've got this whole Spider-Man storyline stuck in your head.
I had already forgotten about that entire
that
like
it's
conversation.
a whole lifetime arc. No, they've done. It's
Okay,
been
but
3 episodes, 3 missions max.
Okay.
right?
Right. What's a mission that?
What do you?
How do you
What's
feel-
the
how do you
mission?
think spies work?
They get a mission.
Yeah.
they get a mission from the computer.
Steal a thing? Look at a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
The
Well, I have
first
no
mission
idea.
is
I haven't
steal a
seen
thing.
this show at all, so this is great info.
Okay, the first mission is steal a thing. They have to
Right.
steal a box. It's a stakeout mission. They're following this woman around. And they're
Fantastic.
learning stuff about each other as they follow
Yeah.
this woman around, and then things escalate, and wow, we stole the thing. Spoilers for the first episode. The box, it was cake.
Great.
It was just a cake.
So it was like a test, or it was like to make them spend time together.
They delivered the cake to just this fancy house where
Sounds
the
like
party
a
was going on. Yeah, I guess so. And also weirdly, like it was in some sort of sealed box where you like it like did a tss when it opened, and the cake was fine. But the box fell on the ground. It was like a cardboard box and flipped over. So I'm like, how the fuck did this? I guess it was just vacuum or the opposite of vacuum. Like I don't know.
Weird.
Whatever. Anyways, they delivered the cake, and then they
Like packed so full of air that it couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like the air was so dense that
Yeah.
it just like went upside down and just stayed there.
Yeah, that's
resting
what I'm
on the
thinking.
air.
Yeah. And they were like, fucking great. We delivered it, but should we talk about why that was cake? And they're like, no, we did the Donald Glover's character was like, no, we just did the job. Let's just keep going. Anyways, they walk out of the building. They're like halfway down the driveway, and the house explodes.
That's
big
really funny.
boom, and they get fucked, and they run down the street and try and leave and be
That's
like,
really
we need to
funny.
leave, get away from this crime scene.
So it was a cake bomb?
Yeah, it was a cake bomb.
Yeah. fine.
And so it completely fooled me. I was like, this is probably not a cake bomb. And then it was a cake bomb.
Do you think this is going to be a case where it's like, turns out later on that house was full of like innocent people and that they're actually working for the bad guys?
I don't think they're really going to know.
Sure.
I think this is, maybe it will be a bit. Like they're just working for the company.
Sure.
It's just called the company. And so I think, yeah, the company's probably not the most good, but also,
On account of the fact that they're a company.
yeah, both Jane,
Sincerely, 2 people who own companies as sole traders. Anyway.
both Jane and John, they use Apple products. They use like MacBooks and iPhones.
Oh, so they can't be too evil.
So right, exactly. So I'm like, they're the good guys.
Yeah.
Famously, Apple does not license out their products to be used by the villains. So
Which I feel like if someone pays Apple enough money, they can manipulate that fact and give us a really good twist.
yeah, but how many people would know that? Like, how many people are going to be?
Right.
You'd have to have like
We'd have to do a big publicity campaign beforehand that seems unrelated.
or a title crawl at the start.
Seems
We paid Apple, or they paid us to have the products in the film, which means only good guys can
Right.
have them. But remember this, but don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
And now watch the movie.
Yeah.
Now watch the movie. Oh, look, the love interest has an Apple device.
That must be all right.
Nah, they stabbed the main character.
Oh, wow. Surprise. Wow. I had no idea.
But then they stabbed themselves, so maybe they are good?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, it's Romeo and Juliet, but with iPhones.
Oh, yeah.
What if Romeo and Juliet now?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I imagine it would be very easy because they could just text each other. There'd be no like, oh my God, I've got to sneak in to go to the balcony and like that whole thing is just miscommunications.
But I feel like a lot of miscommunications happen off phones.
That's a good point.
So what if
They're FaceTiming the whole time live, so there's no miscommunication, no texts.
But maybe they're too nervous because they don't really know each other. No FaceTiming. What if Romeo and Juliet, but only through Instagram DMs?
Only emojis.
Only Snapchats.
Now you're thinking like a 21st century theatre director.
You know how?
What if Romeo and Juliet, but only Snapchats?
What if we get Bajul Lerman?
Yes.
Reprises directorial status of a Romeo and Juliet director.
He would make very shiny, glittery Snapchats.
He would, but also I think it would be his downfall. I think people would see him for the fraud that he is.
Is he not downfallen?
No, he just did Elvis.
Oh, I forgot about Elvis.
Everyone loved that.
Yeah. Did they?
No.
No one that I know who saw it liked it, and yet the cultural consensus is like, yep, it's a Baz Luhrmann movie.
Everyone that I know who saw it were like, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. There are some entertaining bits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone who I know who saw it was like, wow, Austin Butler, unrecognizable. Amazing performance.
Everyone that I know.
But enough about Dune 2.
Ha 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 ha. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he wasn't acting in Elvis because it was just Elvis.
It's just Elvis. That's
just
right.
Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Ahoy. Ahoy.
Should do the rest of the podcast on Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Made it up chip and shut it too. Ahoy.
Wait, that was Elvis?
That was Elvis.
Holy shit, unrecognizable. What
Crazy.
a performance.
Well, they just shaved him.
Oh, yeah, no, that'll do it.
If you shave anyone, they become unrecognizable.
That's true.
Imagine a person. Think of a celebrity.
Okay, I'm thinking
For
of King
a different
Charles
thing.
III.
If you shave King Charles III,
Unrecognizable.
unrecognizable, right?
Yeah, would look like Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which counts as unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd recognize.
Because you recognize him as someone who is not.
Yeah. What if you shaved Winston Churchill? King Charles III?
Big blob of goop.
Oh, big blob of goop. It kind of looked like the evil guy in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Butler?
No, Elvis.
No, Elvis played him.
Who was Austin Butler?
I don't know.
All right.
I've reached the end of this metaphor. It's not working for me anymore.
Can I tell you about
Yeah.
I have some notes on Mr. and Mrs.
Okay,
Smith.
fantastic. Is it funny? Sorry, you do notes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a comedy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So when they're getting to know each other, John's like snooping around. He takes a photo of Jane, but like while she's in the he makes it sly and he's like, I got a photo. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why do you get a photo? Because then he crops it in just to her. And he does a reverse image search of her. I'm like, that's not going to work.
No?
You can't take a photo of someone, reverse image search them.
Oh, sure. No, yeah. No, that's not how that works. I was like, yeah, it would. Something AI?
Can I test it? Can I take a photo of you right now and reverse it?
Yeah, I'd be curious.
Okay, excellent. Okay, great. Wait.
Because reverse image search isn't actually like find me this thing. It's like find me this image.
Yeah.
Not
Awesome.
the subject of the image. Yeah.
Sick. All right. I've taken a photo of Reuben. Now we'll go to images.google.com. Images.google.com. I'm there. We'll add photo. Okay, so what we've got is, a bunch of other photos of people in front of microphones.
I knew it.
It also says results for people are limited. Are these results useful, yes or no?
Well, useful, yeah, but...
No, they're giving me a questionnaire.
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, yeah.
I'm saying no.
Okay. They're not me, but they give us an answer. Which is, that wouldn't work, John Smith. That's
you can't
stupid.
Just reverse image search a person.
Did he find anything?
No, he didn't. He found a bunch of stock photos of people. I'm like, of course you're not going to find a fucking person by reverse. Blah, 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 blah. I did want to say this show is making me say fuck Denis Villeneuve.
Dialogue?
Yeah.
He literally said dialogue is for TV and theatre.
I know.
So I feel like that's covered.
Yeah, but like dialogue's so good.
Dialogue's so good.
And a lot of this show is just the two characters interacting, and you are like, oh, this is actually a really interesting framework of a relationship. Like it's very, they have to act as if they're married. It kind of feels like a like a romance book of like these two people are stuck together. Like that new one with that new movie that with Sydney Sweeney and the other guy.
Yeah,
they have
Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
Anyone but you?
Yeah, they have to pretend that they're dating. And it's like,
Classic.
that's fun, sexy rom-com.
Tense?
Is it tense?
Like, is it more comedy drama or is it more spy thriller? Like, what are we looking at here?
It is so far more comedy drama because also they're not spying, they're not cascading down a wall.
Yeah.
But they are running and gunning occasionally.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, oh shit, something just happened. Now they need to sprint for a while, which I love a spy sprinting. It's the least spy thing you can do, I think. Just run out in the open.
Yeah.
But whatever.
When you watched the first episode of this, you said to me, I think there's more here going on than I can talk about right now. Like, I think there's something to this. Is there something to this?
Oh, yeah, that's because I hadn't got to the bit with all the cool celebrity cameos.
Oh, sure.
And then I got to some of that, and that's fun. It was good to see some actual missions that weren't just like the setup mission.
Great.
Also, on the setup mission, so this show was done by Amazon. I think that it's Amazon propaganda.
Oh, the company?
No, the whole crux of the first... Yeah, Amazon's a company.
Things in boxes?
Yes, the whole crux of the first episode is them delivering a box to someone. They go
Which then explodes.
Good point. But when I wrote this note of this is pro Amazon propaganda, it was before the building exploded. But it felt very much like, see, delivery drivers will do anything for you. Right. They'll run around the city and grab your stuff and then sprint and get it to your house right on time. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you about this? It's directed by Hiro Murai.
Oh,
from Atlanta and Childish Gambino music video.
You did all the episodes?
All the ones I've seen. I think.
Is this a 6er or an 8er?
Is it a 6er or an 8er? I don't know.
Okay,
I'm just watching it until it's done.
Okay. Are they all out?
Yeah, they all came out at once. Yeah. I don't know. It's really good. Them as a married couple is cute, and you see them develop as they do, and they're not perfect, and then neither of them are good people. I don't know. I feel like I've gone over everything. I've started it. I can't give you a whole... Why are you asking me for a whole thing? What do you expect me to review a thing while I've just started it? How am I meant to do that?
I'm just asking... The questions I have asked are things like, is it funny?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can answer that, which you did.
I did.
Who's in it? Which I feel like you can answer that, which you did. So you've done very well.
Yeah, but you also said at the start of the show, we're reviewing things that we've started. That puts a lot of pressure on me to review this thing that I've only started.
Well, what do you think of it?
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. People should watch it.
They should?
But
they should start it?
Yeah, start it. But
right.
find a friend with an eye patch and a peg leg to get it for you to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Who's it for? Who's it for? Who's going to enjoy it?
People with friends that have eye patches and peg legs.
Sure.
Otherwise, I don't know, if you're into sexy spy stuff like I am.
Yeah.
Watch it. If you're into Domhnall Sutherland, watch it. If you're into
Domhnall Gleeson,
I couldn't think of a third Domhnall.
Me neither.
Is Domhnall a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's oh God, I'm going to piss someone off here. I want to say Irish? I'm going to say Scottish, Celtic, Irish, Welsh name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that covers it. You are still a lawyer.
Bugger.
Only a lawyer would make sure that they're...
I was trying to go undercover.
You know, apparently we should be saying allegedly for a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of alleged things that have happened I've talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, that you could theoretically be defamed for.
Yes, yeah.
Name one.
Defamation.
Without using the word allegedly.
Name one without using the word allegedly?
I'll do it too. If you, let's just go there.
All right, on the count of 3. Have you got one?
Yep. I had to really think.
Yep. A thing that we've defamed a person for and we won't say allegedly.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Kevin Spacey. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
I only said a first name and then I saw that you were backing out. The fun thing about the media landscape that we're in today is, first of all, no one will catch us for this or know about it. But what I was actually going to say is everything is so published that I don't even have to say an allegation or a thing. I can just say a name and everyone goes, no, yeah, that thing that allegedly happened. So that's fun. Anyway, enough about bad people.
Yeah, I'll wrap up this show about bad people.
Yeah.
That are
Oh,
fun
I
and
forgot
sexy.
that they did all those murders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also very sexy.
Yeah, you didn't talk about that much.
No.
Yeah.
It's it's still getting into there.
Okay.
Not fully sexy yet. But it is getting sexy. So that's good. I like that. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Go watch it.
Great.
And that's all from me for now. Who knows? Maybe I'll bring it up later when I finished it. What do started. We did that.
Yeah, we do. We did.
Okay.
We have.
What's the next segment?
You'll never guess. It's up and up.
No,
No, I'm just tricking you. I just want to see the panic in your eyes. The next section is Finished It, and I have finished As Things Go.
Well, this is really weird because I also have finished something called As Things Go that I saw the other day.
Wow, bizarre. How funny.
Yeah.
I didn't see you there.
No?
Well, I did see you there the first time, and I didn't see you there the second time.
Yeah, the first time I went to this dance center thing, the show As Things Go was happening, and that was inside. And then the second time I got there, someone ushered me into a truck, and they said the show's happening in here tonight.
That's right.
I got into this truck and they closed the door behind me, and I could only see through little holes on the seams of the truck. Some light was getting let through, and I could see it was me locked in there.
Yeah.
With 3 deers.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What's the collective noun for... I'll Google it.
It's deer.
No, the collective noun. Like
Deers.
like gaggle of them or murder of them or whatever.
Well, I can tell you, it isn't pretty when you have a group of deers all stuck in one place.
No?
No, it was horrific.
Oh, yeah?
I was fighting for
get
my
out
life.
alive?
It was technically, you could call it dance. I know the term contemporary dance is pretty loose.
Yeah.
And I guess technically 3 deers and a person flailing about all trying to fight for their lives
Yeah.
for about 45 minutes within a truck
So you won, I guess.
would count. No,
Oh, you lost.
I survived.
Okay, you
I didn't-
escaped.
I didn't win. I got out of there. It was pretty horrific. And look, as things go, it wasn't the worst experience I've had going to a dance show.
Wait a second. Okay, we got a plethora of choices here. We got a bevy of deer, a bevy of doe, a brace of deer, a bunch of deer, a gang of deer, a herd of deer, a leash of deer, a mob of deer, a parcel of deer,
Too many. That one's per Amazon.
rangale of deer?
Wrangle?
No. Well, no. Rangale.
Wrangle.
No way.
Don't.
I'm going to Google the word wrangle.
I like a
because I
bevy.
reckon it starts with a W.
I'm drinking a bevy, so bevy works thematically.
The meaning of wrangle is bits of gravel fed to hawks. What is happening? Am I on like a weird alternate
Someone's
version of the
feeding
internet?
stones to hawks?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Am I being gaslit right now?
The-
Etymology unknown. They just don't even have a guess as to where this word came from.
Can their bodies process rocks?
I
How strong are their
guess
stomachs?
stones or gravel eaten by birds of prey to improve digestion.
That's not going to improve. Hey, Reuben, I've made you some pasta tonight.
Hey,
but
lovely,
instead
thanks.
Instead
oh my
of
God, how long has it been since we
meatballs
did dinner for each other?
in the spaghetti, I've just got some stones that I found outside. So just glump them down your gullet, and I don't know, maybe you'll have more regular stool.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it'll be stony.
Yeah.
I think it'll help with your digestion.
But no deer will want to eat it.
Why would a deer want to eat it?
I was thinking stool, toadstool, mushroom, something like that. I don't know, I hadn't put it together yet. I was really hoping it would come together.
Still
I was
haven't.
hoping we could fix it in post, as in now, immediately
gonna-
after I said it.
You think I'm going to ever fix any fuck-ups you do in
That's
post?
a really good point that I
Yeah.
didn't think about. Anyway, so a wrangle of deer were in this truck, and I am going to be honest, I didn't hear a single thing you said after that.
It doesn't
because I was
matter.
so distracted.
Doesn't matter. What was the As Things Go that you were experiencing?
Oh, great. So this was a dance show that I was in, which we've been working on for a little while. A friend of the pod, Jack Mader, put it together. They've been working on it for like 6 months. We came in for the last 10 weeks. The home stretch, if you will. The bit where you just get to make stuff and you don't have to worry about as much admin or producing.
You're saying we. You by that, you...
I mean, you were not unpresent in the rehearsals.
No, but it sounds like I was present by you saying we.
No. Well, no. So yeah, we is 3 cast members and 6 creative collaborators and 3 crew and a bunch of other people who stepped in to help us out. Yeah, I mean, where to start? I guess I'm more interested in talking about the process than the show itself.
Well, how am I supposed to give any input? I only saw the show itself.
Okay, well, we can talk about the show itself.
No, tell me about the process.
Well, the process was like...
And also I was there for some of the process.
Yeah,
So
also you were.
whatever.
Like one of the most profound and most exciting dance rehearsal processes that I've been in. Like totally safe, but also really fun and felt like we could take risks, which is kind of an unusual combination. What else is there to say? I mean, that summarized. We just like had fun. Fulfillment was a huge part of it. We just played. It was like having a play date every Wednesday.
You looked like you had fun.
We looked like we did, or we didn't look like we did?
You looked like you had fun. You looked like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. You mean when we smiled and giggled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were tickling each other on stage.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
We had, oh, you were there for that show. Like a cherry pip spitting contest at the end.
Did you have cherry pips or were you just spit?
We were just, well, it was almost, we were remembering, really. Like that was something that had come up in the process. And we were remembering it and kind of doing it on stage. But I didn't realize this. One of the cast members, Paris, pretended to like spit this cherry stone, like pip stone, the hard bit of a cherry at someone.
That's a
a wrangle?
No, there's a pip and a pit and they're different things.
Yeah. Which is which?
Well, I found this out the other day.
Okay.
And by the other, it's there's a very distinctive difference.
Okay.
But they're both true words.
Okay.
For different things. I'll find out while you tell me what you.
Great. And I didn't notice this because I was watching Paris and Jack at the time, but apparently the audience member like fully reacted as if they got hit, and so then that took us into the next like. We were almost acting at that point. But I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like with their body. Very funny, but. I guess I'm trying to say, like, a lot of people found it to be relaxing or calming, which we were like, we're working pretty hard here. But I think that's a reflection of the play and the openness that was in the space. Found anything yet?
Yeah. Pit is a large, hard inner part of fruits like peaches and plums.
Okay.
Pip is used for small seeds found in like apples or oranges. That's not right. Sorry,
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
I should know this.
I found it out the other day.
Yeah, from a real person?
From the internet.
Yeah, from a TikTok?
No, from just searching it on the internet.
Okay. Wait, you Googled this?
I Googled it.
Huh.
Wait.
You should have just taken a photo and done a reverse image search.
So call it a stone or a pit if you use. Is it an olive pit? Oh no, as if an olive was a pit or a pit, but it's a pit.
Olives, but only olives?
Olive seeds are pits.
Yeah, because we talk about pitted.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's random. Who knows? It did look like
I bet it's random.
Yeah, a pip is like small seeds.
Okay.
A pit is larger.
Yeah. So it's just vibes.
Yeah, it's also regional.
Okay.
I don't know.
Classic.
So if you want to piss a British person off, say Pip, I think.
I do want to piss a British person off.
What about Americans?
I want to piss them off too.
All right.
I want to piss off everyone.
Okay.
Australians, I want to piss them off.
Okay, in that case, just say a random word. Say like a pin.
Oh, yeah.
I took the olive pin out of the olive.
Oh, you pissed me off.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay. I can hear all these Australians in your cupboard. They're really pissed off.
If you want to piss off an Australian.
Yeah. We're pretty chill.
Yeah, until you say something like basil.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Then you all freak out.
I was going to say until you say some basic truth like, we are a colonial state, and then they freak the fuck out. You know, Australians make such a point of being like, no, we're chill, we're really casual. And then you tell them literally any like basic truth about Australia, and they freak out.
What do you mean? We are a colonial state.
Yeah, I know. People freak out if you bring this up or tell them that in any way at all.
Freak out in what way? They didn't know that?
Yeah, people don't like to. Maybe it's like obviously at particular moments, like Australia Day, they don't want to talk about it, but just in general. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to point out an inconsistency between the like, we just come around, have a barbie, mate, bloody, beautiful, bloody. But if you actually like try to have a discussion of any significance at all, Australians are not chill. Like the white fragility and the middle class fragile egos are off the charts. You disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I think that I've also had people who are like, I know people who are like, I don't really care or think too much about it. Not people close to me, but like, people are like, I'm not political. I don't worry about that.
Okay, sure.
Do you want to talk about people who aren't political?
Do I?
I don't know. That sounds like someone who's not political.
Ah, well, we were slightly political. Have you read the program for As Things Go? There's a little bit of light politics in there, more in the sense of like, what if we changed the way we engaged with the world and art as a medium to do that?
No, I mean, no, sorry. You're trying to bring it back to the dance.
I thought you were trying to cue up my segue.
No. I
No.
really
Oh,
wasn't.
what are you saying?
No, I'm just trying to pull you away to talk about people who
sure.
aren't. You know, people who say like, I'm not political, I'm not bothered with politics, I don't think about it. Politics is everything. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. Politics is in everything. We were just shit talking to people who aren't political. What do you mean you're not political?
Yeah. Do you have views on a thing? Are you part of a society?
No, they choose to opt out. They choose to say, I don't worry about elections and things like that. Why would I?
Sure, but
Things are just
politics
gonna
isn't
happen.
elections. Politics is the way we choose to work our communities.
Tell that to them.
Well, I'm trying to.
You think they're listening?
I'm speaking to a microphone. That's a good first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can pivot our audience, try and get them not political.
Try and get the famously unengaged.
Yeah, quick, say something that'll get them. I'll use it as a soundbite.
Okay, we should cancel Australia Day.
No, that'll get them, but in an angry way.
Don't we just want to get them engaged?
No, we want to get them in a yeah, let's listen and trust them way.
Every day should be Australia Day.
That's too political.
Oh, what?
We need to get not political. It's a specific niche.
Hang on, okay, so what we're trying to do here is come up with something that is... What?
Here, I'll do it.
You play, so you could do it this whole time. You're just sitting on it.
You try and get a man without fingers to whittle a spoon, and you're never going to get anywhere. You just got to do it yourself.
But he'll be able to fish for life.
And I've always said that.
Was that the thing to get them engaged?
No. This is the thing. Sorry, I was just making a comment.
Okay, yes, you do.
Look, there's so much stuff going on. Everyone's always yelling about things, you know? Everyone's always constantly the left, blah, 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 the right, blah, 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 blah. What, you know, it's too messy, and they both have good points. So I don't like the partisanship, and it's too much. We should just all chill out. Like, I don't know, it's just arguing and people with power yapping over things. It doesn't matter. Things are going to go on anyway. Whatever. It's always how it was. It's always how it will be. Fuck them.
Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah.
So we got them engaged by just telling them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
I see. I was thinking that we had to like pull them out of their laziness by like just saying them something that would finally drag them in. But you're saying, no, just go to the people and tell them what they're thinking already, and they'll be like, done.
We can do that as well.
Yeah. Nah, I think you're always better.
No, I like it. Public activism is the way to go. If you have something that you believe, go and show it and do it and
stand in front of every car, stop them all getting to work. Why do people complain about that? Like, there was a protest this morning, I couldn't get to work.
Yeah, you couldn't get to work.
Take it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm 2 hours late to work.
Oh no, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah, for the time that I spent on the freeway on my phone waiting for the traffic to move.
Oh, no.
Get off your phone. You still could drive. You're in a car. It's like, look, I'm not using the saw at the moment. My big wood saw that you pull down and go. I'm not using it. It is on and spinning.
Okay.
But like I'm just gonna go on my phone while it's on and spinning.
Have you considered trading it?
For what?
Something someone else isn't using that you need right now. Like an air
car?
conditioner. Oh, sure, yeah.
That would help me get to work.
It would.
And
depends.
People are stuck in traffic.
Maybe you need a Mikey with a bunch of money on it. It's all money, see? How long till we can just tap our phones, please? I know it's like at least 2 more years.
No, it's like this year.
Is it?
That was meant to be at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to I don't know why we distracted from the...
No, I don't know either.
Tell me, what you like the process?
I really like the process. It's in many ways, it's just like getting the tiny things right, like having enough time to bump in during show week, having a designer make the costumes who will listen to you and ask you what you want, and not just like what you need to be comfortable, but like what you want to wear, fulfillment stuff like that. And we tried to have, because it was an improvised work, we tried to have a lot of the elements of production design be live. So the lights were done live, the sound was reshuffled each night, things like that.
I was wondering about that because hearing it and seeing it the first night, but the sound especially, like hearing it the first night, And then when I went to the last show,
Yeah.
I could hear it muffled through the truck walls.
Yeah.
And it sounded almost like basically the exact same. However, the last song wasn't a song. It was some audio recorded
Yeah.
from a rehearsal that you guys did that seemed very, very, I don't know, heartfelt. I liked it.
Yeah. We heard the music for the first time on our final dress rehearsal, which we had some audience come to, like the Thursday. And
Didn't invite me to do it. You could have invited me to go. I was part of the process, but apparently not that close. That's fine. I'm not complaining to you. I'm complaining to Jack.
Okay, yeah.
Who's hopefully listening to
Oh,
this.
undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Clem. And yes, the first time we heard that music, it did have like a big effect on us and our dancing. And yes, some of us chose to go with it. Some of us were like, no, I'm going to try to maintain the authenticity of what I was already doing before I heard this. But yeah, like, of course it's emotional because it's already like bringing back memories as we're reaching the end of the process bit of it and doing the performance producty bit. Yeah. And the music was similar, but it would have been in a different order as well as that one changed track. Okay. Yeah.
The music was great. I had
really good.
the privilege of meeting the music producer afterwards.
Oh, great.
After the first show.
Yeah.
And they said that they really took inspiration from you dancers and the process itself of how, because it is improvised, that indulgence in the imperfections in the current state of however you're feeling. So they went out and recorded just about all of it. All of these street sounds and things, these conversations in the background, all of that they recorded specifically for this. Like barely any of it was sourced from some sort of library, which was very, very cool.
It was really amazing what Dion did.
It was, shout out to Dion. That was,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And because we had so many of the crew in the room for rehearsals, that's quite unusual. Normally you rehearse for weeks or months, then you rock up, and in the week or two before the show, like all those other elements come in. And obviously we did have that like narrowing at the end where it's like, well, now we're in the space, we can figure all this stuff out. But having set design and lighting and sound people in the room meant that they actually understood what we were doing, especially for a project like this, which was, we're going to try and put the process on stage. Like we're going to invite audience as witnesses to the thing that is ongoing rather than a thing that is finite in time that we have made for you, I guess.
Yeah.
We said that a lot. It's not for you, process over product, fulfillment. And you saw 2 different shows.
Yeah.
And hopefully they were different. Hopefully they felt different because we were doing
Massively.
different things. Yeah, that's good.
Massively. Well, not massively. Massively in the way of...
Same vibe, different. Same panic, different disco?
Yeah,
Same disco, different panic is actually what's going on here. Yeah.
The first one had, I don't know, it was...
There was a lot of audience in the first show.
There was a lot of audience. It was very high energy. It was also the first show, so it felt like you guys had that energy.
Yeah.
By the last show...
Oh, God, we did not have that energy.
38-degree day.
Yeah, we just...
Some might say
before.
not a degree over 34, but they'd be lying.
I'd say that, but I'd be wrong.
You performed back to
we
back.
finished the previous show like 40 minutes before. Yeah.
So I could feel that you guys were like, "Whew,
Yeah.
let's push through and get this last one done." But you did really well. It was phenomenal. I had a great time. I commented on how you guys were laughing and joking about. And that was really, I don't know, that was really great to see. It was refreshing, I think is the best way I can put it. When a lot of the contemporary dance that I've seen as a contemporary dance aficionado that I am.
That's such a good word.
Yeah.
We should sneak that in more, just to everyday life.
By all means, let's do it. But a lot of it that I've seen is like, okay, we might have joked around in the rehearsal, who knows? But when it comes down to game time, straight faces or performative.
Yeah.
And if something funny happens or if anything fucks up, you've got the thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
So the liberation from that was really interesting to observe as an audience member.
And I don't know, on the final performance on closing night, you were in the area that we had assigned as like sensory friendly, so minimizing eye contact and interaction with those. So this may not have come through for you as strong as it did for us, but like definitely over the course of the 3, we became more, I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but I'm going to use it, more comfortable with the audience being there and more playful is actually what I think I'm trying to express. So there was a lot more like giving a lolly to someone, untying someone's shoe, waving at someone for 30 seconds in the Saturday shows.
Yeah.
As we got more playful with that as an element.
Yeah. I was in the sensory section, but I was like on the edge of it because I also was coming in first and I was like, I don't want to sit in the same spot that I did before. But also I enjoyed sitting on the really tall chair. So I want to find another really tall chair. So I sat like in that, like on the very edge of that sensory section where I was like, I don't think I'm in it because I don't mind if you guys came up to me. And Jack did at one point. Yeah. That was fun. You guys, so many fun little interactions that you had. There was a sword fight in the Friday show. You were trying to tie Jack up for a bit. In like both shows, maybe.
Probably.
There was, I don't know, Paris was always doing something super fun.
Yeah. Paris is amazing.
So I went with other people, other friends of ours on the Friday. Yeah. And
how did that shift your experience? Because you came solo on
closing night.
Yeah. How was that? Was it contrast or not?
I think it was a bit different as I got to like, not that I was really interacting with the people that I was with on Friday.
Sure.
But I think that I was aware of like, I also went as a surprise, like you, Jack, Paris, none of you knew that I was going.
Yeah, that was certainly a surprise.
So me being there, I was already like, I don't know, like I'm hyper aware that I'm here alone because I am here as a surprise.
Okay.
So that, I don't know, but that was more of an interpersonal thing rather than a...
Sure, but that was all part of the material, especially of this one, but of any live work.
Yeah. But going there with friends, the thing that we were talking about afterwards, one of the things was like how we loved that two of you would be interacting at some point in a really like, not intense way, but intense way. Like there would be a whole scene kind of playing out. And then just like off to the side, the third one of you was just like frolicking on your own. Yeah. Just dancing about, having fun. And that was always great. Or it'd be like, two of you were having like a tussle in the corner. Yeah. And then someone was just laying down, having a rest.
Jack thought about that because like 4 tends to be quite a stable number. Like it will go to 4 ones or 2 pairs quite often, whereas 3 is kind of, I mean, obviously you can all be doing something in a group and we occasionally ended up there, but it tends to be quite dynamic. Yeah. And as an audience, there's often a composition going on that is... piques your interest, I guess.
3 was really, really good. Really good. And it really lent itself to some very comedic moments.
And some audience members reported back, they were like, I wanted to watch you all, but sometimes I couldn't, especially if they were on one of the wrong sides.
Absolutely.
And then others were like, I really just enjoyed like watching one of you at a time for like many minutes. So I'm glad that audiences were willing to approach their watching in an attentive way, I guess. Like was one of our goals insofar as we thought about audience.
I think 3 people very much invited that. Because it is like, well, do I look at the more heavily weighted thing of 2 people? Yeah. Or do I go over and like, you know, you naturally want to be like, I'll give equal amount of time. Or at least I do. I'm like, look at this person before I look. But you're like, there's a more heavily weighted thing over here. I'll look at that.
My brain reads this as, you know, something a little more narrative or something.
But then I might miss out on what that person's doing.
What if that's the most interesting thing happening?
It made it a lot more engaging to observe, especially when, like, I've seen shows where there've been like 8, 12, 15 people on stage. And at that point, I'm like, when they're not doing something together in a unified sort of choreographed manner, it's like,
what do I look at?
What do I look at? You know, it isn't like a musical where it's like, I have my main actors who I'm following along, and great, everyone's like, the dancers are jumping in here and there to support that. Yeah. It's like, what am I actually supposed to be doing while watching this? So,
what am I? It's a good one.
3 was very fun, and it, you know, really lent itself to, because of 3 being such a small number. There was, I don't know, very, very personified. Like, it was like, here are 3 personalities.
Okay. Yes.
It wasn't like, here's a swath of people.
Yeah. Again, it's something that I'm like, it not surprises me, but it's kind of not the first time I thought about it. I don't know, you say these things, I'm like, interesting point. Whereas Jack definitely planned most of these things. Like they thought really intentionally about a lot of this stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's a nice added bonus for an audience, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great time. It was really, really good.
It was amazing to be in all of it. And then, I mean, there's always this thing at the end where I'm like, oh, I do really enjoy performing. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any
I'm going noteless here.
No, I was going to say, do you have any future dances planned with Jack in Paris?
Yeah, something will happen again or in some form. I mean, we haven't even talked about the framework, but the whole thing was in Jack's framework, which is called the Lettuce Book and the Lighting Desk. So they're still cooking with that. That's by no means going away. And we did get a lot of audience members saying like, you should do this regularly or you should do this as an ongoing practice and then do like a showing of it periodically or like when's the next one. So yeah, stay tuned. It's like a brainworm buried deep in all of us and it'll be back.
It'll be back.
In some form.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's just going to go away and this is the last time it's going to be seen in some capacity.
Yeah. Well, collaborations are tricky like that because like, well, it won't be like this again, but it will take physical form in the world again, I'm sure.
Yeah. Sick.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Awesome. Well, shall we wrap up the Finish It then?
I guess we should.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's finished. You can't go see it now, everyone.
Nah, it's done.
Next time.
Next time, keep an eye out. As Things Go by Jack Mader. Might be called something different next time.
Probably called something different.
Who knows? Brilliant.
Also, we have got so much lettuce. We have 1.5 left.
I thought you said letters for a second. And I'm like, oh no.
We don't have so much lettuce.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I haven't checked yet. But we've got a lot of lettuce, and I kind of never want to see or eat or touch a lettuce ever again. So if you want to make salad over the next few days,
no,
please.
This is going to be great because this will mean you will make less salad and I will be happier
famously.
Without salad.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, you said before as we were like we haven't been making a dinner as much for each other.
Do you want dinner tonight? I can cook tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be salad.
Oh no, is it?
Yeah.
What? With lettuce?
Yeah. Fuck. I gotta get rid of it. Have you seen that? Take up half the veggie drawer.
I was so excited for a second. That's fine. That's fine. Oh my God.
Wait, do you actually want dinner now? I'm confused.
Yeah. I haven't planned for dinner. I don't plan for my meals anymore.
It's going to be quite late.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind. I'll eat the lettuce.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. What's our next section, Reuben?
Our next section is called Up and Up.
Every time I'm bringing it up, I'm talking about up and up. Not the theme song.
Are you lying to me again?
No, I should have said male. I just flipped it on you. Our next section is Up and Up. And I should start thinking about looking for some letters.
Yeah. So Up and Up. Well, who does what now?
Oh, geez.
We're talking about things that were coming up and following up.
Well, you got to do. I got to do coming up.
Yeah, and I got to do.
I got to go again straight away now.
No, well, we can do it.
Yeah. What?
Whatever you want to do. I'll follow up. I'll follow up first. All right. Since you're looking for lettuce.
I am.
The following. Wait, no. I'm following up. Following up. No, on last week, which was what did I finish last week?
Dune. Part 1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2. Okay, listen up, people.
Oh, hot take incoming. Hot sandy take.
The hot take is it's still pretty good. And I want to go see it again. Reuben, however, is saying we don't have enough time to go see it again.
I will go see it again.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Thursday?
You hear it all here first, people.
You sure did.
I
want to see it again because I didn't like it as much as I was expecting to, and I think that if I watch it not starting at 9 o'clock at night after watching Dune Part 1, I might be able to actually process it, which would be nice.
That would be lovely. I have been thinking about it kind of like every other day.
Yeah.
Just how good it was. I don't know. Everyone's talking about it. It's still good.
There was an interview with Greg Fraser, who was the cinematographer, and he talked about how they did like the Harkonnen world, Gedi Prime, and how they like it's not just shot in black and white. And you know how they had like the black and white fireworks even?
Yeah.
That whole world. infrared, but they didn't shoot it in infrared. What they did was take the regular cameras that they use and they took out the filter that the manufacturers put in, which normally filters out infrared light.
Yeah.
So it's actually, my understanding of the physics is bad, but I'm pretty sure it's taking in the normal light as well as the infrared. Like it's taking up more of the wavelength, maybe?
No, I think they were just filming the infrared.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure he said something slightly distinct from that, but I don't know enough about physics to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
I was having a chat with someone the other day, a friend of mine, and they were like, yeah, I used to shoot on infrared.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Shoot photos in infrared and then you just, I don't know, do the normal photo processing stuff.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. It's shot in infrared because they have a black sun there, so black suns don't emit the light that reflects and does the stuff or whatever that makes pretty colors. So it's weird to me that they don't have more of a shock when they're on Arrakis. Like not one of them.
So bright.
Not one of them has not left their homeworld at any point.
Yeah.
And when they, like, surely one of them, even in the background, will be just, like, looking at their hand the whole time. Like, what the fuck is this? Why is it?
They're all too busy getting
slightly
stabbed by their
pinky?
bosses.
Yeah.
So much of that.
But, like, you've never seen color in your life?
Yeah.
What I want. You know
That's
those,
crazy.
You know those
That's crazy.
YouTube videos that were around in, like, 2018, I think like Jake Paul or Logan Paul made one of them, but it was fake, where it's like, oh, I've been colorblind my whole life and then I wore colorblind glasses and here's my reaction to seeing the world for the first time. And it's just people like crying and being like, oh my God, I can see things properly. I want a Harkonnen doing that. I want a vlog of a Harkonnen stopping off on another world for the first time.
Do you remember those videos that were like, I listened to like X song for the first time. People were like, I've just never heard this, or like I grew up without the internet or whatever it is. And they just listened to it, and that's the content.
That's the content. We can do that.
I think we should get in on that game.
Yeah, try everything. What's the thing that we haven't experienced?
No, that we could just lie.
Yeah, no, but what's the thing that we haven't experienced?
Oh, cut that out. Well, they won't know anything.
I can't. Star Wars.
Yes.
We've never seen Star Wars.
Oh my God, we've never seen Star. Okay, we're in our try everything era.
Watch Star Wars for the first time.
We watch original Star Wars.
Yeah.
And pretend we've never seen it and cover it like on the pod.
Yeah.
But just as if we'd never seen it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can do this.
I'm not a fan of this.
We could make this work.
I'm not a fan of this.
That would be really hard because we both have all these hot takes and we're like, no, I can't say. I don't know anything about. I can't.
I think it would be very easy for me.
Okay.
I'm very easy. I can very easily
just
shut
set all
things off
that
and
aside.
critique. Like just turn on critique mode.
Okay.
Like this is stupid and doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
Is explaining this prequel. I've never read any prequel.
Sure.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. Anyways, so that's one thing that I'm following up on, but I want to follow up on something else that is your finished it from last time.
Which was?
No, your started it from last time.
Oh, yes.
Which was the book.
The Creative Act.
Creative Act. Now, Rick Rubin, you didn't know a whole lot about him.
Nah.
In the process of me editing the podcast where I was like, oh, let me find Rick Rubin songs.
Yeah.
This man has written an insane amount of the best songs in the world.
Go. List them.
I'll list them. I Need a Beat by LL Cool J. It's Tricky, Run DMC. No Sleep Till Brooklyn by the Beastie Boys. No Sleep Till Brooklyn by the Beastie Boys. Walk This Way. It was a remix show, but Walk This Way. I think it was the Beastie Boys version. Breaking the Girl by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. A lot of Kanye West's Life of Pablo album, which people like, that's apparently the best one. Some of the songs on the Marshall Mathers LP2, System of a Down, Tom Petty for Mary Jane's Last Dance, the song Hurt by Johnny Cash, the one used in the trailer for the film Logan.
What I'm learning here is
Adele for her album.
Now we're talking.
What do you mean now we're talking? What do you mean now we're talking?
By now we're talking, what I mean is, I don't know if I've ever heard any of those songs until Hurt and Adele. So what I'm thinking is, I should get in on the 5-year-old trend of, I've never heard this song. Watch me listen to it for the first time live.
Okay, here we go. There's it's the one that Rolling in the Deep is on. That's the Adele one.
Well, that's great. But did he write that specifically? Do you know?
I think he did that album, produced that album.
Great.
Let's see. I have a whole list here. So yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Tom Petty, System of a Down, The Cult, AC/DC for Ball Breaker. What else?
He wrote the Beatles a lot, but it sounds like he didn't actually work with them.
Work with Queen.
Oh yeah.
Queen said, "Hey, do you want to do?" Which you would have heard in the last episode. Hey, do you want to remix our song "We Will Rock You"? And he said, No. And they said, come on, please. And he said, fine. But it'll be worse.
Yes.
So that's why that song is credited to him as
ruined by
Rick Rubin.
I was wondering about backstory.
Yeah. There's just some absolute incredible...
Last week you asked, like, is he music specific? And I was like, no, he does a pretty good job at, like, spreading it out and applying it to any art form. But the more I go in, I'm like... There's a few music-specific ones in here, which is, like, understandable.
So 21 by Adele, her sophomore record. That's the one. Also worked on... Oh, there was a really good... You're going to have to bear with me here. Do you want to... We haven't done
Liam the Bear?
No. Do you want to... Not Liam the... Liam, get out of here.
Not yet. It's not your cue.
Do you want to do something we haven't done in a while?
What's that?
And stall for time?
I can go stalling for time, stalling for time, doobie stalling for time. I have not sung this song in a little while because our podcast software now edits out the break it down. All
right, we're done. Stop that.
Time.
Produce the song Blue Jeans for Lana Del Rey.
It sounds like a Bo Burnham lyric.
Blue Jeans?
Yeah. Red pickup.
Grizzly Bear for Angus and Julia Stone.
Another bear. Liam.
Grr.
Oh, jeez. Soon, we promise.
I want to do metal.
Soon.
Hips Don't Lie for Shakira.
Damn.
Once again, I Need a Beat by it for LL Cool J. What else? Look, there's like everyone. Real Wild Child for Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, which is relation to a psychopath, Macy Gray. It's just a wild list of banger after banger after banger after banger. 99 Problems for Jay-Z. What goes around comes around, Justin Timberlake. What I've Done, Linkin Park. And you didn't bring any of this up?
Nah.
You didn't do any research.
Nah. Try everything.
This guy's one of the best producers of all time. Oh my God.
It's usually he talks about some of this, you know, he'll bring up examples. I'll talk about, like, some of the things he tries, like, we tried, like, singing this love song as if it was a devotional to God or whatever. But one of the things that he just casually pulls out at one point is, like, one vocalist decided that they wanted to try hanging upside down while they sung. And I was like, bitch, what?
No,
Slow down. Tell us about that.
We could do a podcast upside down.
Could we?
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much blood rushing to my head already whenever we podcast for so many reasons. I don't need any more.
I feel like more would be more good.
I need to be I get so sore doing a podcast. I feel like rather than hanging upside down, I need, like, the
rack.
rack.
Why do you get sore? You're sitting down.
I know. This leg, my right leg always kills me. I don't know what it's about.
You don't think that's because you've been dancing for 3 days straight?
No, that's separate.
Okay.
Because that's everywhere. This is one spot.
Tell me what you're coming up on.
Oh, sure.
The thing you're starting next week.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's Total Control Season 3.
What's Total Control?
Aha, yes, I passed the test. So I've actually already brought this up before as a coming up. And I was wondering if you would call me out for it. But because of the new format, I have to bring it up again if I want to talk about it next week. Total Control is an Australian political drama vibe.
Who's it got?
It's got Deborah Mailman.
Nah, I don't
Amazing.
know.
Rachel Griffiths.
I heard. Oh yeah, I know Rachel Griffiths.
Yeah.
They got upset at a radio producer recently.
I believe it. What for?
Oh well, the radio producer was they were doing some sort of new thing. I don't know, some sort of radio event, and they were messaging out someone. They were messaging to this footballer. I don't know what its name was, but it was like, I don't know, let's just say Domhnall.
Sure.
Right? So they messaged out, they said, hey, Domhnall, would you be free tomorrow to do this thing for our, public radio station? It's one of the professional ones. Yeah. They're like, hey, do you want to come and do this thing? Would love to have you on. And they got a message back like, hey, don't know who this is, and like, why are you messaging me about this?
Yep.
And this radio producer, they're like, oh, shit, I was rude. Like, I don't know. I haven't talked to them before, so they probably don't know who I am.
Right.
And so they said, hey, sorry. Also, I hope it's okay that I called you Domhnall, because I know, like, everyone knows this person as a nickname. Mm-hmm. So they're like, hey, sorry about that. I hope maybe that was too personal.
Sorry, no, everyone knows you as Nhol.
Yeah, Domhnall. So they said, hey, sorry, I apologize for that, Fatty, because this person's nickname is Fatty.
Right.
So they said, sorry for that, Fatty. Would still love to have you on the show. This is what's going on. And they got a message back like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Why are you calling me fat? It was that person. Oh,
no, it was Rachel Griffiths.
It was Rachel Griffiths. Yeah.
Oh, no. That's like the worst possible way that could, like initial mistake, not that bad.
Yeah.
Except secret second mistake.
Yeah.
Wrong number.
Yeah. It was really, really bad.
Oh, golly.
Yeah. Anyways, Rachel Griffiths is in this. Brilliant. Love her from that one radio thing that she wasn't on because somebody called her Fatty.
Golly.
Yeah. Cool. Excited. Can't wait to hear about Total Control.
Yeah.
I do know that one. I think I saw a trailer for it.
Probably.
Or the last scene from the last episode.
Oh.
One of those two. Could be either of those.
Don't tell me.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I look forward to making sure I don't accidentally finish it in the next week and a bit.
You could always lie. Yeah, we'd never lie to our listeners.
We'd never lie to our listeners.
Should we do mail?
There's no mail.
Girl.
I'm so sorry, Liam.
Girl, I'll eat your head off. Girl.
I know you will.
I'm going to eat you.
Oh, I know. I really teased you with it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break the news to you the first time. I'm sorry. I should have saved you time, Liam. I should have just sent you back downstairs.
Yeah, send me time. Yeah.
Anyway, there's no mail. I've checked every avenue for mail. There's no mail.
No mail. That's fine.
No mail.
Well, shall we wrap up the show then?
Let's wrap up the show.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of Stinishedit. Should I bring this energy next time? Full episode.
Yeah.
Full energy all the time.
Full episode. Pep talk.
Let's do it.
High school pep talk.
High school? Why high school? Who's
Don't
giving you
know.
a
That's
pep?
the only place I've ever seen a pep talk.
Have you received a pep talk in high school?
Probably not. I think I'm thinking of the Auntie Donna sketch.
I don't think I've ever seen any pep talk happen that wasn't like a sports pep talk.
I think that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a sports pep talk.
No, we're talking about high school pep talk now.
Oh, I thought we were talking about high school sports pep talks.
Oh, come up every 12 and 13-year-old, get ready for puberty.
Woo!
You're gonna start.
Bow.
You're gonna start getting your face exploding with pimples and hair in weird places. Woo! Pep talk. If you want to get in touch with Stinishedit, you can email us, stinishedit@gmail.com, or you can hand us a physical letter if you can find us on the street. You know, with those long legs you're now growing due to puberty, you can run pretty fast.
Boing, boing, boing.
However, you are a little bit, unsteady because your brain hasn't caught up to your body yet. I learnt this in my own high school pep talk.
It's true.
Yeah.
Your
body's going weird.
You know what you got to write on that letter? You got to write stinishedit@gmail.com, kids. You know why? Because if you don't, we'll burn it.
We'll burn it.
No, I'm a Kiwi.
I don't know what that's going on. I'm going to steer away from that. Anyways, thank you to Hetty Moysey for our lovely, lovely podcast art. If you want to rate us 5 stars on your podcast app, we'd love that. If you leave a review, we might even read it out. Tell a friend about the show. Tell your friend that's going through puberty. Tell a friend that's not going through puberty, who's not there yet. Tell a big friend who's already through puberty. Tell a friend who's just skipped it.
Tell all your friends, kids. We need more people to listen to the podcast. That's what this pep talk is about.
Tell your friend who just somehow fell asleep and then woke up post-puberty. They just did a Spider-Man where one day they were pre-puberty, had a nap for a bit, and were post-puberty. And you're like, I'm pretty jealous of that because I've had 6 years of being awkward and not knowing how to talk to people. Tell them. And punch them in the face because
but
who
then
the fuck
last year I turned 33, and those 6 years, they're going to keep going, kids. But don't worry about me, I'm here to give you a pep talk.
You sound like you're going through puberty.
No, I'm just going through, they call it a midlife crisis.
You have a really high voice for someone who's not going through puberty.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gov.
Oh my God. It's three prepubescents in a trench coat. I gotcha.
Oh